cooks your food fast, intensify the flavor, and serve it up. Now I got it on medium, I check on it. Go ahead and make sure you're not burning up there. Now what I'll do now is I'll just let that go. I'll let that go for a little bit. Come back over here. I got my asparagus tips I'm getting ready to put on here. Now, asparagus is great. You want to cook it up? This is what I recommend. You get yourself a nice pot of boiling hot water, put some salt in it, and you drop your asparagus tips in there for, I'd say, about 2 to 3 minutes. No more than that though. Then you take them out. Here's the trick. You put them in ice water because they keep cooking. You don't want them to get soft. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now, I've got my chicken. This chicken is going nicely. It's going really good. I preheated my oven. I'm going to go ahead now. And what I like to do is I'll take like a piece of foil. Oh, that looks really good. Really good. All right. Now, that was really good. I'm going to take this off of here. And go ahead and leave your burner on. I've got it just above medium there. I'm going to leave it on. The chicken's looking nice and crispy. Now I've got it cooked like, I've got it just about all the way through. But what I want to do now, I've got my oven on 350. And I'm going to finish the chicken while I do the sauce. I'm going to finish that for you. So, let's open this up. Get the chicken right there. Oh, and that's going to cook nicely. Just leave it on the foil like that. Now let's get back to this sauce. Notice my pan is still hot. I'm going to turn that up a little bit, just over medium. And it is time to do the white wine and mushroom and thyme cream sauce. Oh, I love this sauce. It's so great. And it's really simple. You're going to drain off all but about 2 tablespoons of that oil. But you see all those, let's see here. Just a second. Now I've drained off all but about 2.5, 3 tablespoons. You see all that nice brown flour that came off the chicken? And by not burning it, oh, it's going to have a really good flavor. So let's do the sauce. I put it back on the burner. I'm going to get my shallots and my garlic. I'm going to put them in there. And what I'm going to do is just saute those up really nicely. And I'm still going to use the method of taking it off. If I see the skillet getting too hot, hey, I'll lift it up a little bit. I'll turn it down a little bit. Maybe just above medium there. Now look at that. Oh, that's smelling so good already. That is smelling so good already. Wow. Now, you want to build up your flavors. Let everything be the star. Doing one show. Put a little bit of kosher, just a little pinch now. Just a little pinch of that. A little bit of black pepper. I'm building up the flavors. That way when everybody takes a bite, it will just be like magic in their mouth. So, now I'm going to add my mushrooms. Now this is where you can really put it back on there on a nice heat. Because those mushrooms will cook down. Then I'm going to add about, oh, I'd say about, that's a good 1.5 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Get that in there. I've got it just above medium. Now what I want to do, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of flour to that. Actually, 2 tablespoons is good. About 2 tablespoons of flour. Mix that up. This is what's gonna thicken your sauce up really nicely. I've got it going. I'll turn it up a little bit more. You know, I didn't burn anything. Still going good. Now, it's gonna start getting really exciting here. Notice I've coated all the mushrooms there with the flour. You know, they've soaked up all the butter and everything. It's smelling great too. This of garlic and so now this is where you add your white wine. I got about a half a cup of white wine here. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, that's smelling so good too. If you were here right now, you'd be like, oh wow, what time is it gonna be ready? When is dinner gonna be done? Oh, that smells so good. Something about that white wine with the seasonings and mushrooms. I got my cremini mushrooms. Now what I want to do, I'm going to crank that back up to high. Why? Because I've got my chicken stock here. I got about 2 cups of chicken stock. You know, I let the wine pretty much cook until the wine evaporates and gets soaked up by the flour. Now look at that. Now I got about 2 cups of chicken stock. Oh wow, look at that. Add it slowly. Go ahead and mix a little bit. This is where your sauce really starts to come together. And I still got my chicken in the oven, finishing it off. Go ahead and add a little bit more. Now, I got my 2 cups of chicken stock in there. And I've got it on high. I'm going to bring that up to a boil. And I'm just going to let it go. Just let it go and just reduce it down. Let some of that liquid come up out of there. Your sauce is going to thicken. Oh, that's smelling so good. All right. Now, what we can do while we're letting that sauce go, let's start on our asparagus. We're going to turn that up to high. Now, asparagus, you only want to put a real simple taste to it. Just a little, I'm going to use this some more unsalted butter here. Oh, I'd say it's about a tablespoon and a half of unsalted butter there. Oh, the sauce is going good too. Wow. That's a really nice sauce. Now what you'll see is I haven't added so much salt because what's going to happen is it's going to get saltier. The flavors are going to intensify as I have it on high like this and just let it boil, let that sauce get nice and thick. And then at the end I'm going to finish it with that cream. Wow. Now that's eating good. And anybody can cook like this, you know? It's a Thuggin chef. Bringing fine dining to the streets, you know? It's going down, it's going down. You want to keep stirring it though and make sure that flour gets nice and incorporated there with the stock. That's how you're going to get that thickness. I got it going on high there. I've got my butter. Melting it down there for my asparagus tips. And what I can do at this point, I'm also going to turn on my couscous, but I'll just turn that on medium. And just to kind of warm it up a little bit. Oh wow, that's good. That is so good. Nice chicken flavor. You can always add a little bit of salt in. Now I've melted my butter here. I've got my partially cooked asparagus. Now, this is very simple. You're going to see how easy and simple this is.